This video is sponsored by .deck.co.uk, the place to be when it comes to all the stuff you need for the Pokemon trading card game. They have singles, complete competitive decks, and even some epic sleeves and deck boxes to pimp out your deck completely. So if there's still something you miss in order to go to a certain tournament or league, go take a look at .deck.co.uk. There are just too many new EX in this format that we have to check. Wondering if they're playable, are they great or are they really whack? Too many new ideas and now it's time to bring them out and show you what it's all about. Rayquaza EX, there's no doubt. Too many dragons will be played and it's no lie. They will attack from time to time. Dragon Burst is no crime. All I need is energy acceleration to leave my opponent with frustration. So once I set up, it's a total domination.
Watch it drop, making the rock stop just before you hit the floor. 1 minute you're on top, mission not, missed your shot, making the rock stop. You think you won, and then it's all gone.
What's up YouTube, it's ZapdosTCG, and from now on I'll be talking about decks only from the black and white on format. That way will be most helpful for new players to getting into the game and stuff like that to create new decks in the future. Alright, and this episode I'll be talking about Rayquaza EX, and this is a new EX we'll be getting in our new set, Dragon Exalted, which will be available in stores on August 15th, so definitely look out for that. Alright, Rayquaza EX, as you see it looks really epic. It has 170 HP, which is great for an EX. Also it only has 1 retreat cost, which means you can combine it with Skyro Bridge, and that way you'll have free retreat on your main attacker. And yeah, the card is also weak to himself because it's a dragon type, which means the only way to stop dragons in the future is to play dragons yourself. So this kind of reminds me of Mewtwo EX, since he was also weak to himself. And now let's check out the attacks. His first attack is Celestial Roar, and for Kara's energy, it lets you discard the top 3 cards from your deck. And if any of those are energy cards, you have to attach them to Rayquaza EX instead of sending them to the discard pile. So this is quite useful on your first turn to set up, and this card runs on fire and lightning energy, so you'll have 2 ways to play this card, but I'll explain those in a second. His second attack is called Dragon Burst, and it deals 60 damage times the number of energies you discard from Rayquaza, but you can only discard energies from one type, either all the fire energies or all the lightning energies. The attack cost though is 1 fire and a lightning energy, so depending on which deck you're playing, you'll always want to discard the right energies in order to stay consistent. And I think this attack is quite deadly, since you can easily get deal 180 damage with some energy acceleration on your side, and that means every EX can be knocked out by Rayquaza, even if they have Eviolite. It all depends on how many energies you're willing to discard. Now to the energy acceleration part, you have 2 options. You can play a deck like Ambor and Rayquaza. And the Ambor is the one with the awesome ability that lets you attach as many fire energies on your turn. With the help of energy retrieval and super rod, it shouldn't be that hard to get back your energies after you attack with Dragon Burst. So some rare candies and an Ambor line and Rayquaza, and your deck should be pretty solid. You can also run the regular Reshiram, since those work just like Rayquaza, meaning he also discards fire energies with Blue Flare. So the energy retrieval combo with Ambor will definitely work here. Or you could also try out Anti-EX or maybe even Reshiram EX, since you have so many great fire Pokemon to choose from together with Ambor. So you usually want to run 3 to 4 lightning energies and a fire deck, since you do need lightning energies for your Rayquaza, and it all depends on how many Rayquazas you're running. That way you'll have to pick a number of lightning energies you want to run, and all the rest should be fire energies or maybe the DCEs, all depending on which fire Pokemons you pick for your deck. And also Prism energy is a nice option, but since Enhanced Hammer is still in our format, you might just lose those really important attachments. So yeah, I would prefer running the regular energies. And the other way of playing Rayquaza is by combining it with Electric and some Skyro Bridges. We all know that Electric is way faster to get out than an Ambor, but you can only attach energies from the discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. That way you'll have to run at least 2 Rayquaza EXs in order to use them properly. So this could be like an update for Zachiels or something like that, to have an extra dragon power on your side. Here you'll have to run at least 3 fire or the prism energies combined with the other energies in order to able to attack with Rayquaza. The thing that's difficult here is to continuously attack, but since that deck also has other strong attackers like Mewtwo EX and Zekrom, it shouldn't be that hard to just stay in the game. Just imagine you attack with Rayquaza EX, and next turn you just retreat thanks to Skyro Bridge, and then just promote another attacker like Mewtwo EX with energies and just attack with that one instead of Rayquaza. Or you can just promote another Rayquaza which was on your bench and you set up thanks to some Dynamotors, or you can just use Switch. So yeah, the deck definitely has some potential. Or you could also run Energy Switch in this deck. Easily will help you out in the situations where you can't switch out your Rayquaza or when you don't have Skyro Bridge or stuff like that. So Energy Switch could be helpful because the Dynamotor is only attached to the bench, and then with Energy Switch you can get up to Rayquaza to continuously attack with Dragon Burst time after time. And that's pretty much it for Rayquaza EX. He'll find his home in one of those two decks, and people will definitely test it out since it's actually quite a nice combo, so I hope you will do the same. And anyway, that's all for the card/deck analysis of this week. Now let's go on to Poké-News, and it's all Japanese news this week, so yeah, we'll just check it out. We start with news about the 7th Japanese black and white set, which will be called Plasma Gale, and will be available in Japan on the 14th of September. So if you're a Japanese collector or something, this will be great for you. As you see, the booster pack art is already revealed and it has a Lugia on it, so my guess is that we'll be getting a new Lugia EX, and hopefully we'll get the legendary birds as EX form as well. That will be epic, like new Zapdos EX, Moltres EX, and Articuno EX, but that's just some rumors floating around. So yeah, aside to that, there's also news about the video game Black and White 2 is finally released in Japan, so you might just check it out if you're interested in the video games, or you can just wait for the English release like most people in the US and Europe are planning to do, because the game is really awesome. It has some new forms of Tornadus, Thunderous, Landorus, even Keldeo and Kyurem, so all different kinds of forms for the Pokemon, so that's great. And yeah, if you want more information, Poké Beach is filled with them, so just check that out. And that's it for another episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button, I always appreciate that. And if you have any questions, thoughts, or awesome new ideas, then the comment section is where you need to be. And for those of you that are new and haven't subscribed yet, here's your chance. That way you'll hear all you need to know about the Pokemon trading card game each week. Anyway, this was ZapdosTCG. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome summer. Until next time.